Okay, we're rolling. Hey, okay guys, today is the next day from canning. I just wanted to jump on the beginning right here real quick. It's my first time to pressure can, so I'm just sharing my experience with y'all. Please always follow instructions and do your own research. This method that I've used is not an approved method, which is the dry packing, but there are a lot of people in some of my research that I've done that have done this successfully. I am in the Facebook group Rebel Canners. I like to look at different options, especially if we get into a situation where we can't get certain supplies or ingredients. I like to know alternatives. So I like to challenge myself to learn things like that. Like when I did cucumbers last year, I didn't have the crisp ingredient to keep your cucumbers crisp. I said, what could you use in place of that? You could literally go out on your land and pick oak leaves or grape leaves, and it has tannins in it that will keep your cucumbers crisp. So I like to look for those types of alternatives so that we can or do things, when we have a situation where we can't get a certain ingredient. That's what I wanted to share with y'all here. A couple of things I wanted to share with you also is there are some learning curves. That's why I encourage you to get started now, whether it's gardening, canning, preserving any kinds of foods in different ways that we have choices of. I have a friend that recently mentioned my potato canning, and she said she's always wanted to can but felt intimidated, and also wasn't sure that she had the room. I completely understand, because the pressure canning to me is intimidating. But I promise you, once you give it a try, you push yourself past that intimidation level. It really kind of starts clicking and becomes easier. I do understand the storage situation, especially with glass jars and having enough shelving, and you always want to make sure your shelving is built tight, because you do not want to can all this food and your entire shelving fall and everything is on the floor. And trust me, I've seen that in the groups, y'all. But if you're concerned about that, you really don't want to can, then you really might want to look into, especially getting your dry goods prepped and getting it into your Mylar bags, getting 5-gallon buckets. I have a lot of videos on here about that. If you don't want to do any pressure canning, and you may even want to invest in a freeze dryer. It's a big investment, because they're going to run you about $3,000. We have not yet invested in one, but we do plan to do that. You can store freeze-dried food, chicken. You can freeze-dry anything. I had a guy at Mott's, where I buy paint. He finally invested in one, and he was freeze-drying gumbo. So anyway, but you'll want Mylar bags for that as well. Anyway, I don't want to make this too long. I just wanted to kind of let y'all know this is my first time, so I'm being silly banana, okay? Also, I have some bonus footage at the end, so I'm probably going to be flagged because of the song at the end, but it's a TikToker. I really loved her video, and I added it and gave her credit at the end. It's beautiful. All my little bloopers and me singing some Patsy Cline is also at the end of this video. And this morning we went to a blueberry farm, so I got lots of video for that. I'm going to be putting together another video to post this weekend of us picking blueberries this morning at the Bell Blueberry Farm. It's 5 generations of family, and it was just amazing. So be looking for that video coming this weekend. I hope everyone enjoys this one. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Have faith, shine your light, and share the blessings. Love y'all. Bye. Y'all, one last thing. I'm about to go pick up my Azure Standard order, and I changed hats because I got to go grocery shopping too. Anyway, got an ice chest and back with ice packs. Real quick, one of the learning curves that I had with canning these taters, I read that you might want to put absorbic acid to keep them from turning brown. I did the dry pack method, and I grabbed quickly what I thought was absorbic acid, and it was citric acid that you use for tomatoes to help with getting the pH down or something on those. I haven't done tomatoes yet. Anyway, so I panicked, and I made a post in the Rebel Canners group asking for help. Oh my gosh, please tell me that this is going to be okay. And I had multiple messages from ladies that said, yes, I will be fine with the citric acid. I did 1/4 teaspoon per quart jar basically. And I also did some pickle and salt, and rosemary twigs, and 2 bay leaves. And they were all very nice comments. There was one that was not so nice by a guy who said, "Why did you put lousy ingredients in your food?" And I was thinking, oh, that was really nice. He ended up deleting his comment because I think he realized he was being rude. But I'm a candle maker. I like to make things beautiful. I like flavors. I like aromas and all that. But just want to throw this all in there as part of my learning curve. After reading all the comments from these ladies who are very kind to share their knowledge with me, it's really not necessary to put anything in there at all. So I think my next time I do it, I'm not going to. I'm going to leave them plain. That way it makes them a little more versatile. When you do go to use them, you can add those flavors in later. Anyway, I just wanted to let y'all know there is a difference between citric acid and absorbic acid. They both have their purposes. So, you know, those are little things that we need to know, and I just wanted to share my little boo-boo there. Kind of a boo-boo. Thank God it's still going to be okay. Okay?
Picking blueberries, picking blueberries. Everybody is so happy and merry, picking blueberries in the middle of the summer sun.
Y'all, so good so far. I'm having a vision. I'm getting creative with my taties. Not only do I have my beautiful jazz piano playing while I'm cutting up these taters, fixing to do a whole nother bowl, cut up like French fries. What in the world? When I was talking to y'all a minute ago and I described the dry canning method, how they stay firm and you can make French fries with them, it just got me to thinking. And so French fries is going to be my test run today. They're all going to be cut like fries, dry can method in the pressure canner, and we'll see what happens, right? Bye. Okay, I'm going to show y'all also. I've tapped. And I also want to make a disclaimer. This is not an approved method. Make these at your own risk. There is a girl that I'm learning from that I found on YouTube, and I will post her video in the description so y'all can go watch her do it also, okay? Gonna slip in a quick note right here. After I did that session yesterday of pressure canning, I learned today that when you are first putting your pot sealed and bringing the steam through, you don't want to rush that, and you don't want to put it on high heat. You want to slowly get that steam coming out. So if I were to do it again, I would probably put it on medium to low. It's going to take a little longer, but it'll be safer. I would assume that it would cause maybe glass breakage, you know, just speeding things up too fast. So also I did a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch headspace. The potatoes looked good when we pulled them out. They did reduce quite a bit. The French fries did. The diced ones stayed pretty full in the jar. There was some liquid at the bottom, which was fine. I've heard it's going to be delicious because it's sorry, I have gum. It's the liquid that's pulled from the potato. Anyway, just wanted to add that little tidbit in there, and I have a video at the very end of me and Tony pulling the potatoes out of the pressure canner. Okay guys, I have quart jars. So I have the 23-quart canner, and I've got the wide mouth, so it's going to hold 7 at a time. And I've got 14, so I'm going to have to do 2 separate batches. No big deal. I've got a few of these potatoes left and a whole big bowl of this. I plan to just dice these up, still using the dry pack method, but I'm gonna add into them some onion and maybe some carrots because I have them, and maybe some garlic, and do, you know, something different other than just the French fries. And yeah, so these are getting ready to go in the pot, round 1. Here's where we're at next. Got my handy dandy, hold on, I'm still plugged into the wall. My handy dandy magnet tool, and boom. Don't know if this is necessary, but I'm gonna kind of dab it on a paper towel for a sec. touch the outside. And I did wipe the rims of every jar here with a clean paper towel and vinegar. Okay, so it will get a good seal. And I like to put my lid, the ball name is here, and I like the name and date to come this way. I know I'm weird, but that comes from the Candle Cottage. Thank you, drive through. All right, I'm getting ready to seal these up, and we're gonna do our first load of 7 quart jars. I'm getting the canner ready. I have it filled to the line. There's marks on the sides here. Since we're pressure canning, we're not pressure cooking a meal. It's gonna be that very bottom that you fill it up to, which is not a whole lot. And I filled it up with cold water because my jars are now cold, they're not hot. So you always want to load your pot either hot to hot, warm to warm, or cold to cold, meaning cold jars to cold water, and let it come to the warm temperature at the same time because you don't want glass breakage. Okay, I was going to show y'all how I'm putting the little metal ring lid on. So I'm going to set it on, twist it tight like that. Then I'm going to bring it back till it's loose, and then I'm going to come back forward till it's just slightly tight. All right, all my babies are in. That's what 7 quart jars look like in a 23 quart pot. Alrighty, let me go read the directions to see what's next. Okay, first thing you do is you hold this lid up before putting it on, and you check this vent to make sure that it's not clogged. We went ahead and checked it even though it's a brand new pot and we've never used it before. So it was very clear. There was nothing we needed to use a pipe cleaner or anything to clean it. It was good to go. There is a V right here on the lid, and there is a V right here under. I have it already closed, y'all, but there is a V also on the pot. You line the 2 V's up, and it has an arrow left to close, right to open. We're closing it, and it should line these handles up on each side, which it did. So right now it's tight and closed. Okay. We are now seeing smoke coming out of this vent, and now I've set my timer for 10 minutes to let it vent like this. When my timer goes off, we're going to put the little jiggler on, and then we're going to get our pressure up to 10 pounds. My book directions, according to my husband, needs to be 11. So we're going to go for it. So I'm also following the girl, she's also from Texas, that I'm going to post in the description. Her dry packing method. She's doing her potatoes for 40 minutes for quarts and 10 pressure. Okay, the jiggler is on. 10 minutes. My timer went off. Now you can see the pressure gauge is moving up, and it's going to need to be at the 10-11 mark right here for our altitude here where I'm at. Okay, and so once it starts reaching probably, let's say about 9, I'm going to start turning the heat down and adjusting it until it kind of regulates itself at the mark that we want it to be on. And once it reaches that mark, I'll set my timer for 40 minutes because I have quart jars in there. Reminds me of the autoclave that Trey Halter trained me on at Crossroads Tattoos and Piercings when I did my apprenticeship for 6 months before I got into permanent cosmetics. And I picked his brain. He was probably about to die. I had notes verbatim. I mean, like every single little detail. And they were huge. They were way bigger than this. So, I mean, this is very intimidating. But, again, it's not rocket science. We can do this. been 4 minutes. We have 4 minutes and 42 seconds left, so you can see it's really it's starting to move now. So we're very close, and it has taken about almost 10 minutes to get it to the pressure gauge that we want. And maybe sooner. It's moving pretty quick now. So I've got 4 minutes 25 seconds left. And you can see it's steadily going up. So here soon I'm fixing to cut my heat back a little bit. I have it on full high. You don't want it to drop. You want to, like she said, stay on top of this. If it completely drops, you have to start completely over. Okay, so I'm gonna start coming back with it because me nervous. Me gonna take it slow and steady wins the race, right? Slow and steady wins the race. Mommy, help me win this race, cause it's scary, but it's really not, cause it's not rocket science. Oh my goodness, I'm steadily coming back with the heat, okay? I'm watching it climb. I don't want it to drop though too suddenly. Okay, let's back it on down. Getting closer to my low setting. Back it on down. I'm just being a silly clown. This part makes me nervous. Okay. Here we are, guys. What? It's still climbing, and I am gonna cut it down some more. Down some more. Here's where I'm at, almost to low. And this is a propane stovetop, gas propane. I'm watching. Doesn't seem to be moving. Okay, I'm going to go a little high with my heat again because it seems to be going backwards now. So I'm just going to keep just slightly adjusting this until we get it. I'd like it at that 11 mark. Even in between would be fine. There, we're going up again. Okay, guys, I'm going to stop it for now. We're getting close. I'm going to set my timer for 40 minutes. I'll be back. It's been about 3 minutes, and we are now finally regulated with our temperature. And this is where I've ended up on my setting. Okay, we're finally regulated. It's staying at this steady pressure gauge. Super happy with that. I don't know why my jig ain't jiggling, but this back here being up means that it is locked. So that's a good sign. So when my timer goes off, I have 30 minutes, 24 seconds left. I will turn the heat completely off, turn the burner off, and wait about 10 minutes. This thing should go flat. And that's a sign that we are now unlocked. You're gonna, oh, that scared the doogie-doo out of hang on. Holy moly. Okay, don't touch that. You're gonna remove the jiggler when this goes down and let it sit for 10 minutes to cool down. Even with it being 10 minutes cooled down, you've got to be extremely careful opening this lid. You don't open it from the front because you're going to get a full face of hot steam. So when we go to open it, I will twist it this way to the open, and then I'm going to come forward and let the steam go out the back. I know I'm giving y'all blow by blow, but it's important to know that you really need to stay with this until I guess we know our equipment, our stoves and everything. I do have this pot on our hottest, biggest burner. This is our one that would probably fall under that. It's more of a medium burner. The back two are very small. So I may try the next batch on that small burner, I mean the medium burner, to see if it stays regulated for me a little bit better, because I'm continually having to kind of go back and high to low to kind of keep me where I need to be. I got 20 minutes left. Y'all, we made it. We made it. We have 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Off. That was 40 minutes of me standing right here, not moving. So I know yesterday's video was a little bit serious, and that's not what I want my channel about. However, I needed to do that. So I'm here to grow with y'all, to learn together, teach things that I learn as I go along the way. And so I had so much fun today doing this. I'm going to try to keep the video at the beginning with instructions so y'all can just jump right into it. And when I'm learning, I'm one of those that asks lots of questions, takes lots of notes. So when I'm teaching, I give a lot of information in every little detail. So you'll either appreciate this or you won't, because we all learn differently. And then I put some shenanigans at the end of the video of me hanging out with my pressure gauge and singing some Patsy Cline and being silly banana. If you want to hang till the end, you can do so, or you can cut it off earlier. Either way, glad you're here. I hope you get to Cannon. Have faith, shine your light, and share the blessings. Love, Banana. It is well with my soul. Because you know why? Because we're rocking over here, guys. Rocking. 24 minutes left to go. I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. And I hope to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow, and maybe he's crying for me. And as the skies turn gloomy, night winds whisper to me, I'm as lonesome as I can be. Holy moly. Okay, don't touch it. You're going to remove the jiggler when turn the burner off, and wait about 10 minutes. This thing should go flat, and that's a sign that we are now unlocked. You're going to oh, that scared the doogie-doo out of hang on. I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. But even if you don't, it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well. It is well with my soul. Mercy me. Y'all, so good so far. I'm having a vision. I'm getting creative with my tidies. Not only do I have my beautiful jazz piano playing while I'm cutting up these taters, fixing to do a whole nother bowl, cut up like French fries. What in the world? When I was talking to y'all a minute ago and I described the dry canning method. Okay, so turn. Yeah. There you go. And then open that way. So excited to see y'all. I hope it's good. Let's hope it's good, Lord Jesus, please. Oh, it looks good. All right, guys, this is our second batch. And they smell amazing, I must say. They do reduce down just a bit, and there is a little bit of liquid that's in the bottom, pulled out of the potato, which is okay with me. We diced these up. All I put with these is garlic, minced dried onion, and some more of the citric acid and some pickling salt. So we got another batch of these that we're gonna do, and then we had this much left over to cook this weekend.
The world was on fire, no one could save me but you. Strange what desire